The Young and the Restless. Spoilers! Oh my god. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic Fridays, and we are diving straight into the absolute madness that just dropped on our screens. Grab your iced coffees, lock your doors, and prepare to spiral with me because we have so much to unpack, and I am genuinely unwell. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you're doing right this exact second because I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am literally filming this while I am running errands because I just hit a jump on here and vent before my brain completely short circuits. You do not even understand the sheer magnitude of what we just witnessed. We're not just watching this show anymore. We are invested. I am personally offended, totally traumatized, and absolutely living for the absolute cinematic mayhem that just unfolded between Billy Abbott and Jill. I was mid-skincare when this scene dropped, and I legitimately smeared my charcoal mask all over my expensive white rug because I had to eat my phone across the room. I cannot even process the gravity of this tea, but we're going to spill all of it right now. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. We need to set the scene because the vibes were already so unhinged before we even got to the main event. So Billy has been completely spiraling, right? Like fully losing his grip on reality. And honestly, can we blame him? Sally Spectra straight up betrayed him. She went behind his back, made that absolutely insane secret deal with Adam Newman regarding Newman Media. And Billy is just standing there looking like an absolute clown. He feels so betrayed, so entirely backstabbed by the woman he was trying to build a future with. And don't even get me started on the vibes between Billy and Sally lately, which is honestly so unhinged because they were supposed to be this power couple, but now they are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with their toxic back and forth. But this specific betrayal, it completely broke Billy. It shattered his entire ego. When a man like Billy Abbott feels like he has lost control of his current life, what does he do? He regresses. He looks backwards. He starts questioning his entire existence, his roots, his legacy. Basically, he wants to know who he actually is because the identity he built is currently a total dumpster fire. So Billy decides he needs to find his anchor. And he turns to the one person who holds all the secrets to his past, his mother, Jill. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Jill has actually been trying to reach out to Billy for a while now. She has been wanting to clear the air, to answer his questions, to basically be a mother to him during this chaotic time. But Billy has been totally icing her out. He did not care. He was too wrapped up in his corporate warfare and his messy romance with Sally to give Jill the time of day. But now that Sally has ripped his heart out and stomped on it, suddenly Billy is ready to talk. Suddenly, Billy is desperate for his mommy. Bestie, be for real right now. You cannot just ignore your mother for months and then run crying to her when your girlfriend betrays you. But that is exactly what he did. And genuinely, the energy in the Abbott mansion when he walked in was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I need to take a deep breath because my heart is genuinely pounding. So Billy confronts Jill and he does not just ask her for a hug or for some corporate advice. No, he goes straight for the jugular. He looks her dead in the eyes with this broken, desperate, entirely unhinged expression. And he asks the one question that has been haunting the deepest, darkest corners of the Abbott family legacy for decades. He asks her, "Who is my real father?" I am literally hyperventilating right now. Did he just say that? Did he actually just demand to know his biological father? I had to rewind the episode 3 times because I thought I was hallucinating. Billy Abbott, the man who has paraded around Genoa City his entire life, wearing the Abbott name like a badge of honor, the man who has fought Jack tooth and nail for control of John Abbott's legacy is straight up asking Jill who his real father is. Jill's reaction, cinematic perfection. Give this woman an Emmy right now. She is literally standing there and you can see the exact moment her soul leaves her physical body, she stammers. Jill Foster Rabbit does not stammer. This is a woman who has gone toe-to-toe with the most terrifying, powerful billionaires in the world, and she is genuinely shaking in her custom designer heels. She immediately starts deflecting. She is hemming and hawing, looking everywhere but at Billy, trying to change the subject, trying to offer him literally anything else. Why? Why is she dodging the question so hard? Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Jill is dodging because she knows that the truth is a literal nuclear bomb. She tells Billy with tears in her eyes that she cannot tell him. She says that revealing the secret would not just cause a little drama, it would tear families apart. Plural families, not just one family, multiple families would be completely shredded by this information. Let us just pause and dissect that specific phrasing because I am a detective now, and this is my true crime podcast. Tear families apart. If Billy's father was just some random guy, some wealthy businessman from out of town, it would be shocking. Sure, it would hurt Jack. It would tarnish John Abbott's memory, but it would not tear multiple families apart. The only way this secret destroys multiple bloodlines is if the biological father is someone whose DNA is already deeply, messily intertwined with the Abbott family. And then after what feels like an eternity of agonizing, breathtaking tension, Jill finally breaks. She looks at her broken, spiraling son, and she realizes she cannot lie to him anymore. The guilt is eating her alive. She takes a shaky breath, tears streaming down her perfectly contoured face, and she says, "Okay, I will tell you who your father is." And then the scene cuts. The episode ends. I literally screamed into a pillow. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of these writers. How dare they leave us on a cliffhanger like that? I am calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because my brain is working in overdrive trying to piece this together. We need to talk about the theory that is currently setting the entire internet on fire. The theory that is so deeply twisted, so incredibly dark, and so genuinely world-shattering that it makes perfect sense for a soap opera of this magnitude. What if Billy Abbott's biological father is Victor Newman? Stop. Just stop and think about it for one single second. I know it sounds completely unhinged. I know it sounds like a fanfiction written by someone who has not slept in 4 days, but look at the clues. Look at the history. Jill and Victor have a massive, complicated past. They've always had this weird underlying tension, this mutual respect mixed with absolute ruthless rivalry. Victor has always treated Billy like absolute garbage. Right? He has always hated Billy, always called him a boy, always looked down on him. What if that hatred is actually massive unresolved guilt and projection? What if Victor knows? Or what if Jill hid it from Victor this whole time? If Victor Newman is Billy's father, the entire fabric of Genoa City is ripped to shreds. First of all, John Abbott. John Abbott loved Billy. He raised Billy as his own son. Jack Abbott has spent his entire life protecting Billy, fighting with Billy, loving Billy as his brother. If Jack finds out that his little brother is actually the biological spawn of his absolute worst enemy, his lifelong nemesis, Victor Newman, Jack's brain will literally explode. Jack will never recover from that. The Abbott legacy would be tainted forever. The boy who was supposed to carry on the Abbott name is actually a Newman. I'm straight up gagging at the thought of Jack's reaction. But wait, it gets so much worse. If you are a longtime viewer, you know exactly where my chaotic brain is going right now. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. Victoria Newman. Besties. If Victor is Billy's father, that means Billy and Victoria are half-siblings. Billy and Victoria, the couple that has been married multiple times, the couple that shares a child, the couple that has been the romantic endgame for so many eras of the show. If they are half-siblings, that is the most traumatizing, disgusting, absolutely mind-bending plot twist in the history of television. I am literally clutching my chest because I'm too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. That alone would explain why Jill said it would tear families apart. She knew Billy and Victoria were together, and she had to sit there and watch it knowing the sick, twisted truth. No wonder she is stammering. No wonder she looks like she is about to faint. And don't even get me started on the vibes of a Newman-Abbott hybrid child running Chancellor Industries. Jill has literally been carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. If Victor is the dad, Billy is Abby's half-brother on both sides. No, wait. Abby is Victor and Ashley's kid.